Okay, everybody, we have the group stage continuing with France against Spain, and this should be an interesting match. First of all, we're looking over to France, and we have a real powerful team in the post-HGC era. Spain is pretty much playing with a Hoplita Esports team. Not really a pushover team either, but still, let's be honest here, France is a big favorite, not only for this series, but also for the tournament itself. Now, a lot of the players are playing for Washed Up, for example, and we also have pretty much nearly everybody on that lineup is a high-level Grandmaster player, with also the number 1 and the number 2 in the Grandmaster ladder being represented there. For whatever that means. We have to put that little caveat out there, because obviously Storm League, no matter which level you play on, is pretty much a shit show. It just depends a little bit on how much shit you are waiting there. So Storm League can in no means be compared really to a competitive setup. But still, it's something, additional information for you there. So there's a lot of Grandmaster players here. It doesn't mean by any means that you just need to throw a couple of Grandmaster players together and you will have a winning team in competitive. Far from it. A lot of the former HGC players don't even play a whole lot of Storm League these days, and they're still absolutely crushing it when they're playing in a competitive environment. But as it stands, just a bit of information for you that France is actually quite powerful. Banana H gets his Ana on Banana. Always a pleasure. And we have Rega and Tyrael taken on the other side. Draft is actually going quickly here, with Zarya coming in, Zarya banned out, and so is Hanzo. Quick information for you, this is actually for both of the teams the first group stage match that they're playing. We have 16 teams playing in the Nations Cup now. All of the group stage matches will be best of 3 series. If you're interested to see which teams are in which group, and also if you want to know more about the live stream schedule for the upcoming matches in the Nations Cup, you can head over to khaldor.tv and check that out. Website has been newly put online and includes a lot of the information there, so you're welcome to use that, especially of course for the live stream schedule, and also the videos will be linked there as well once the VODs are all uploaded. So just a bit of information for everybody that is interested to see a little bit more out of that. With that said, we have Mal'Ganis coming in. So Mal'Ganis, obviously, from Lauber and his boys, brought into the meta and doing fairly well these days. Together with that, we have Ana comboed with Li Ming. That nano-boosted Li Ming has been really powerful in some of the previous games. Team Russia, for example, did extremely well with that. Malthael gets banned out. And on Infernal Shrines, our first map, the ban against Spain. Now with Tyrael, you have already Sanctification on the ground. Would love to see a little bit of Blaze action too with a good bunker. You have the layered levels of defense with Sanctification plus bunker protecting the teammates, and you have the wave clear that you need on the objective as well, which can be super strong here. They actually ban out Rexa for now. Now, a lot of this is obviously going to also banning out preference picks of the opponent's teams and their players. And just to throw that out there from the beginning, we will definitely see a fair amount of games in the group stage, a bit more one-sided, with 16 teams participating and some of the nations having also a bit more trouble to really just put strong teams together. That's only normal. Once that we're... there's the Blaze pick, I like it. Once that we're heading then into the semis, into the quarters, it's going to be a little bit different. But it's actually cool to see one of the favorites now entering the stage. We've seen the Russian team already play. Now we have the chance to have a closer look at France. They played the qualifier with 4 French teams actually trying to represent their country in this contest. There's also a lot of prize money on the line in addition to that, so let's not forget about that. It's not only for the honor of representing your nation. Junkrat comes in, we have Dayquaza taking Leo, so a fair bunch of wave clear for the blue team. And Spain, after the setup, would still do well having a bit more damage on their end. Could actually play a variety of strong heroes here. We could see a mage, we could see Vala at this point. They have the Blaze and Tyrael setup, which would in any way help them to keep whatever hero they choose here alive, and obviously together with Rega here, the real source for the Ancestral after level 10 then too. And it's Gul'dan! Mage action! Alright, so with Gul'dan, very likely also the Horrify after level 10. And with that, the stage is set for game number 1 in the best of 3 series. France going up against Spain, Buñuelos against the Baguettes. Let's jump straight into the first map of the best of 3 series. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines, ladies. On the left side, Ana on Banana. We have, or the other way around. Ana would really like for that to be the other way, but not quite. So, The French team with Banana on Ana, we have Dequaza on Leo, Tobos on Liming, Masquerade on Mal'Ganis, and Ixir on Junkrat. To the right side, the Spanish team with Januxa on Rega, Meiji on Tyrael. Looking at Nano and Gul'dan, Exilom on Greymane, and Sukombi is playing Blaze. Alright, let's see what the French can pull off here. This is a bit of an exciting one, I gotta say. I mean, Spain at this point, obviously the country where I'm currently living, in Valencia to be exact. But I would still say that the French have the stronger team here. Very, well, I have no problem with them proving me wrong though. Spain can set something up, that would be great. The one thing they have going for themselves, I would say, is that they definitely have a little bit more experience playing together, since it's pretty much the Hoplita Esports team that is currently playing here, which you probably already figured out by yourself by simply looking at their names, every single one of them, including the HPT, or pretty much nearly every single one of them, the only exception being Gul'dan. But the French, they have been playing for a long time, and in the post-HGC era, these guys are incredibly powerful. 3 of the players playing over on the side of Washed Up, a lot of experience on that team, and a very good chance of establishing themselves very high in not only the group, but maybe even going all the way again to the grand final, which they accomplished last time. There were a couple of rule changes, obviously. Former HGC players are now allowed to play, and that changes the entire lineup of some nations, as for example Sweden shows several former HGC players now. Same is also true for Germany. So definitely big power spikes for both of these nations, and that can shift the momentum a little bit. Camps taken early on from both sides, trying to get that experience lead over their opponent, and the pressure on the lane itself. We have Leo and Blaze both coming into that little battle at the bottom of the map to go for the Khazras. Meiji is sitting tight, jumps in again, but there's quite a bit of displacement through Junkrat, and that allows the blue team to grab camp number 2 for themselves. No talent yet on Ana, by the way. And mid lane, Exlom already sitting there. Greymane obviously can easily go for camps at this point and can later on also get that AoE damage in. Oh, Nano is frontlining it a little bit too hard. And that's the kill. First one to go down. Guess Junkrat went for a bit of displacement against Gul'dan here. Oh, with that said, Ana still without a single talent. Someone is waiting for a long time to figure out what kind of build he wants to play here. Dequaza sitting topside at this point in time and connects the drag against Sukombi. That's actually great for him, because he's already starting to fall a bit low in HP. So if he goes a lot lower, then he's gonna run into a huge amount of trouble here. Camps are taken, and this is really where Greymane can get his power in. In come the talents. Ana going straight into the slumber shells. These days we're seeing the dart build way more often. And the debilitating dart on level 4 just before the shrine is starting up. Greymane has to actually retreat. Get his hit points back. Slight lead in experience now for the French team. The Baguettes are doing well so far and have Leo immediately on the shrine as it spawns, which should give them a lead now too. Everybody else will rotate topside in just a second, but well, France is picking up that advantage. They have 10 stacks already before anybody on the red team side is even close to making a difference here. Alright, Dequaza sitting tight. Good jet propulsion with the connect against 2. Problem is that Greymane is in trouble, gets locked down and is trying to rush out. Barely able to receive that shield from Tyrael, who has his back for now, but that already puts a dent into the aggression that they were trying to show here. So Spain on the back foot, as objective number 1 seems to handily go over to the French team. Yeah, the Baguettes doing well. Great team, again, they are one of the favorites in this tournament. There's obviously still the Polish team, the German team, the Russian team to consider too, Swedish team, let's not forget about them. It's going to be a pretty interesting playoff stage. But even in the group stage, there's a couple of hot matches coming up. Level 7 is in, that gives us Calamity after dominance on level 4 for Living. And especially Greymane is going to be happy about this Swift Retribution. That's a problem. Sleep Dart into Junkrat follow-up, and I gotta admit that I really thought that Nano would probably die here. Not quite. Decent defense, by the way. Is Blaze in trouble? No, it gets out. But yeah, decent defense. They actually didn't lose too much. if you think about it for a second, with that lineup topside and also displacement to Junkrat, that could have been easily been a kill or two. And the fort hasn't fallen yet either. Slight lead in experience now for France. They have 1 kill against 0, but this is definitely still salvageable from Spain. Yeah, and the Buñuelos go straight in for the camp on the right side. Again, it comes down to the camps for now. Both of the teams are trying to grab up that additional experience that they get through that. It's interesting to see that Greyman is actually the one sitting topside now, and Exelom is getting bodied by Leo here. And at the bottom of the map, well, Blaze is going to try and help out with a bit more frontline effort and tanking out on damage. As the teams are both eyeing on the third Khazra camp and trying to grab that. And Leo is getting murdered here. I mean, he should fall at this point. He's trying to get away, and yep, that's it. Mace to the face, baby, and Quasar gets the solo kill. It's actually amazing. Greyman was already thinking about going, well, Hearthstoning back, and I guess he interrupted because he just said, well, I need to soak the experience for my team. But then he gets put into a real awkward spot. Leo might have ghosted in there, but either way, that's a quick kill at the top side, and Blaze had to take over the experience, which means that now at the bottom of the map they are at a numeric disadvantage, and France is taking advantage of that situation. They have the earlier level 10, 2 kills against 0, an opportunity to set maybe something up with Leo, as he's already sitting at the side, and it seems like Gul'dan is going to be the target. They go for him, and Gul'dan goes down. That's a quick kill, and with the minion wave pushing into the fort, now they have a chance to put additional pressure onto this one. And maybe take down that fountain, because let's not forget, the next objective spawns at the bottom of the map, so eliminating the fountain will go a long way to secure yourself an even bigger advantage over the opponent as you head into the objective, and that's exactly what we see now. So yeah, nicely done. Okay. This one is also gonna fall. Yeah, 10 is finally there, but Gul'dan isn't yet. There's no damage dealer. And we even had Masquerade sitting at the side and ensuring that nobody could flank in against this. Alright, 10s are ready, but the situation is already a little bit dire. And again, it's the focus on the Greyman that we're seeing here. Shrine is activating in another 28. Another 13 shouldn't be ready for France, so this is the moment where Spain can fight back into this and try and set something up. Camps claimed, top left side. I would assume that the red team is going to do the same thing. Leo gets caught for just a second and is moving away, and they're trying to invade. And they might be able to pull that off. Oh well. Are they though? Melganis comes in. They're trying to steal the camp away. They might be able to get it. Quasar steals it. Gul'dan goes down. And everything is going well for the French here. Yep. Yeah, they might get the second kill here too. The times when the French were just running away are apparently over. They haven't really heard that. That's more so the Russian approach that we have. Full-on aggression. Do they even go for this one? I mean, it's 5 kills against 0. The shrine is active. Leo is the one sitting on it, and the rest of the team is trying to escort the shaman camp towards the fort, so they can take that one down too. So there we go. That should be an elimination right there. Look at Masquerade. He's actually slowing them down on the camp. Is occupying 2 heroes. Ixia is coming in too, and he's actually pushing them out. They're going for it and they grab it. They steal the camp away. They take the top. And guys, this is a 5 versus 4 in favor of the red team. And Leo is sitting at the bottom of the map, just getting one swing through after another and allowing his team now to grab another Punisher with level 13 talents in their hands. It's rough. The French with full-on aggression here. Camp after camp. They're stealing everything away. Oh, it's France, not Poland. What's going on here? Well, once again, a little bit of vision granted also onto the fountain in the middle, and the Khazras are immediately taking aim and take that one down too. So this is a stomp. They are absolutely crushing it. We have 5 kills against 0. Spain needs a setup where they can, well, somehow lock someone down and get a kill or 2 so that they come back into this, but right now they're just on the receiving end of the beating. Nice Ancestral, and Sanctification isn't too shabby either. They're trying to get the kill against Topos, and Li Ming! Oh, Li Ming goes down. Gul'dan's damage over time seals the deal finally. But that keep is still in trouble. Meiji comes in, Rhaegar is low, the shield, and they get away, maybe with the exception of Gul'dan. No, they get all out there. But they are able to go straight in and take that keep down. Nicely done. 5 kills against 1. They can't really go for core here, right? I mean, that's too early in the game. We are not even 10 minutes in. No. Moving away for now. Need to make sure that they don't lose any heroes here on the retreat, though. That's their biggest problem. I mean, usually the French are really good at running away, but in this case, they might be locked down here. Banana H in particular might be in trouble. Is looking for an escape, doesn't find it, gets a little bit of cover from the rest of the team. Is doing well with this. Masquerade returning it. They're trying to look for the kill. They're setting something up here. Li Ming is on the way, and Exilom is dead. Down goes Greymane. And, well, with that, they might even go into a few additional kills against heroes like Gul'dan, for example. Dequaza comes in once again. Mace to the face, baby. Cleaning house. And damn, the French just absolutely going bonkers. Spanish Inquisition, French Inquisition. Seems like the French this time are taking over the main damage. 5-man team wipe as they are absolutely wiping the floor with them here. The Spanish Armada just has been sunk a second later. Banana H gets mass pinged. He didn't die either. Now they can easily rotate into the middle and try and take the fort down there too. 10 kills against 1. I mean, that's a brutal setup. Well done with them. Yeah, that's another quick setup with level 16 that they're going to get in just a moment. And there we go. Masquerade takes 1 camp. The rest of the team is focusing at the one on at the bottom. And there we have it. Great play by them. I mean, again, the French grand final last time, and this time they're already doing incredibly well. This is exactly the reason why we're talking about them being the favorite here. Fantastic team, and they are currently playing extremely crisp in this one. I mean, Li Ming was feeding a little bit, as you can see here, died 1 time. Unacceptable. But outside of that, they've done a fantastic job. Keep down at the bottom of the map, 2-level advantage, level 16 talents over the opponent. This is exactly what you need right there. Okay, at this point, I'm looking still for that fort. Might get that. Next shrine, on the other hand, activates topside. Yeah, going to be a topside shrine for them. 32 stacks for Gul'dan, so he's still 8 away from completing his quest. Doesn't have that yet. Level 16 talents, the Mithril Mace and the Spectral Leech on level 13, so an auto-attack build style for him. Blind as a Bat on level 16 for Mal'Ganis, and Junkrat with a spread volley. There's the shrine activation. They're trying to make the play for Tobos. With the damage output. Dequaza misses that, and here we go. They're setting it up. They try to go for it. Horrify comes through. The save. Rhaegar saves the doggy, but Gul'dan goes down once more. He doesn't have a good time today. Gul'dan does not have a good day at all. Neither does Tyrael, by the way. And it seems like they nearly got the kill against Greymane. Catapults are already pushing through the bottom. In this case, we have 3 catapults moving in. Tobos was trying to push this out as well, but obviously they're looking into the middle. Leo is the only one moving topside. They don't need anybody else. They can... Oh my god! I mean, guys, seriously, you can't just kick them down when they're on the ground here. They have parents, they have children. Show a little bit of mercy at this point. 13 kills against 1. What's going on here? The French, no mercy whatsoever. I mean, absolutely brutal. Yeah, they already go for the wall as Leo is still sitting at the top side, and they're just like, all right, well, let's just go for it. Another kill. Tobos, calm down, dude. What the hell? What did Gul'dan to you? Where did he touch you? Where did he touch you? Can you show me on this doll here? I mean, seriously. Li Ming just hates Gul'dan. How often did he die? 6 times. They're absolutely demolishing him. They don't even need that Punisher. That Punisher is just the cherry on top of the cake at this point. The keep is already down as the Punisher comes in. Leo is like, guys, leave something for me, please. 14 kills, 15 kills, and they get another one against Greymane. 16 kills against 1. The French are going bananas here. Absolutely bananas. They are murdering them, seriously. I mean, someone call the care police because this can't be legal. 17 kills against 1. Make it 18. Make it 19. 5-man team wipe and an absolute stomp by the French in game number 1 here. in the group stage of the Nations Cup. What a performance by the blue team. GG and well played. Game number 2. France is kicking ass today. The French didn't really have a chance on the last map. Now, map number 2 is coming in. Again, coming into the series, we already talked about that the blue team is definitely the favorite here. I was a little bit shocked to see how much of a favorite they seem to be. But maybe Spain can just shrug this one off and say like, alright, game number 1 was, I don't want to call this a warm-up, but let's call it a fluke. And let's show our real strength right now. Let's see if they can fight back a little bit, because the last map was a stomp. So Towers of Doom, we're heading into it, and well, we could see a few different ban patterns from the two teams here. So we'll see. Towers of Doom is obviously a bit of a bigger map where sometimes, I mean, in one of the previous series we had Vikings banned out because nobody was willing to allow any kind of cheese happening there. Ana gets banned. Yeah, well, I can understand that. The sleep setups that we saw from Banana Age were pretty much insane. Alarak banned again. Okay. But that already shifts the ban pattern slightly for Spain. And without Ana, let's see what exactly Banana Age is going to do here. Either way, Spain needs to come up with a plan. The setup in general wasn't really all that bad. It's just like the execution that was a problem. And Gul'dan was just absolutely murdered. Li Ming was really mad at him for killing her. Li Ming the only one to die once on the damage over time. And then Li Ming apparently decided that her mission for the rest of the game is going to be to kill Gul'dan whenever she finds him. And that's kind of what happened. Now Alara gets banned out in our second map, and Chen gets banned too, which leaves us with a lot of the globals still available. It also leaves us, I mean, there is still cheese available. You could go into Samuro. Vikings are obviously an option, but I don't really think it's a fantastic pick these days. Given from Haas, we don't see it anymore, so we'll see. Either way, different style would probably be nice from Spain here a little bit, or just better coordination. I mean, one of the two. Maybe it was a communication effort, a problem in the last game. But there's Hanzo, picked immediately. Honor! Honor! No redemption for you, bro. Okay. The French! At this point, I'm just curious. Okay, they go still try hard. I was honestly for a moment just thinking about what they could actually do if they feel that they are so heavily ahead of their opponent that they don't have to give their all. We saw the Russians actually execute their series with a lot of discipline there. And the French are looking to do the same, apparently. Masquerade is locking in Johanna. We have Banana H with an immediate Rhaegar pick. So if there's no support taken for Spain, that they could on the third ban Malfurion out. But Spain reacts. They pick Mal'Ganis for themselves. Lock Malfurion down too. So the ban is likely to target the offlane. Especially since Chen is already banned out. Then you can ban out another offlaner and go into your own. Unless, obviously, yeah, okay, they go into damage instead. I could have totally seen Li Ming being picked up for them once more, but apparently they have different plans. Could literally go into some kind of tracer setup, for example. Against this now, too. Then again, if they wanted to do that, they probably would have gone into Malfurion instead, but there's also Zeratul if you really want to be aggressive with the lineup right now. Well, the third ban for Spain coming in. Alright, Vala. Haven't seen a lot of Vala in the Nations Cup so far. It's actually kind of sad. I mean, she is really strong, and I would assume that we're going to see her eventually, especially in Infernal Shrines. Girl is just too good to ignore her there. Alright, next two picks for France. And the French. What can they pull off? Quick to 0? And then go home and take the lead in the group? Or what else? Yeah, Zarya and Reyna. Ooh. That's a powerful 4-man that can heavily push down through the bottom of the map and try and get those bell towers quickly. That might become a real big problem. And then they're going to draft another hero that can rotate between the lanes. I mean, they could go for something along the lines of a global, pick the Haka in, get Thrall, get Leo, get Blaze, get anything that rotates between top and mid lane. Zeratul even if they really wanted to. And allow the 4-man to push while the rest is soaking experience. This is going to be nasty. Urel topside and Greymane is picked together with that. And now the last pick, the Quasar. Which offlane are we going to get? Malthael, of course, fits the build too. Towers of Doom, strong 4-man for France, and they have Malthael for the rotation between the lanes to grab the experience. Let's see. Can the French team grab the quick 2-0, or is Spain fighting back in this one? Let's head straight into game number 2 of the best of 3 series. Game on, ladies! The French with Banana Age on Rega. Boys are in the lead here with the Quasar on Malthael, Ixion Zarya, Tobos on Jimmy, and Masquerade on Johanna. And over to the right side of the map, Spain playing with Januxa on Malfurion, Exilom on Greymane. We have Nano on Hanzo, Meiji on Mal'Ganis, and Sukombi on Urel. Let's get ready and rock and roll and see if this the French can take this one with a 2-0. Feel the heat already on level 1 for Zarya. And again, if they establish a 4-man in the bot lane and just pressure through those structures, it is going to be a tough game here for sure. So, with that said, let's have a quick glimpse over to the right side. And, well, for now, we're already looking on level 1 again into the light of Kara board here. But in comes the On the Pale Horse. So, even easier for Malthael at this point to rotate between the mid and the top lane, which is one of the things he's going to do for a long time through all of this. The rotation gets interrupted a bit with nice poke from Nano. But yeah, there's Ixi already, gets the bubble, gets some energy, a little bit of additional damage, but here comes the damage once it sleeps over. And yeah, that 4-man is pretty powerful. A lot of sustain that you have with this. You have the damage through Jimmy, you have the damage through Feel the Heat. This is going to be the plan for the rest of the game for them, to have a really solid setup through the 4-man to dominate the bot lane, also the fights over the pumpkins a little bit, whereas Malthael grabs the experience and then joins them for the 5 versus 5 battles. And this can definitely work out. So it's a very, very dangerous setup to go up against, because once you lose momentum, you are in trouble. Even before that. So already the fight down here. Malthael is actually gone, but the problem is Greymane is already dead. Zarya is a little bit low, but Greymane is coming in. And all of a sudden, Hanzo wants to kill. There's the shield already out. And, well, the camp at least is taken. The question is, how many are they going to lose for it? Hanzo is dropped. Zarya is likely going to fall, but the problem is that the rest of the team is not looking pretty. Here comes the Condemn. There's 1 kill, 2 kills, and they're trying to go for Mal'Ganis. I guess he at least is going to make it out. But they just traded 1 kill against 4, grabbed at least the camp, but that obviously hurts, and it hurts a lot, and Malthael is already back on the rotation. Yeah, France killing it in those team fights. Zarya with a defensive shielding on level 4, no real need for the speed bubble since they're not playing with the Garrosh setup. So in this case, we're having a bit of a different style here, taken from them. But yeah, it's going to be nasty. This is going to be a nasty game, I mean seriously. Unless Spain has a chance to get a couple of kills for themselves and gain some momentum, this could be a really rough game in the mid and late game for them. But again, we'll find out. They at least get the second camp, so they took both of the pumpkin camps, slightly behind the experience, but not to any meaningful extent yet, at least that is. Hand of Freedom for the Space Goat, finally acknowledging that Urel is American. Freedom! And Exilom, I mean, he with his Greymane is again with the eyes in the dark, just ready to go for it. His dangling vines can ruin Rega's day with an Ancestral, that's definitely true. If Januxa is able to lock that down when he needs to. Triple altar phase, and the top right already claimed. Ixia and Tobus are both low. And this seems, yep, we're gonna see additional channels right now. They're trying to go for the bottom of the map. Interrupt against Malthael is possible, but it's slightly too late, so it's 4 shots fired against 4. I guess they're gonna give this one up. So Spain is taking a small advantage for a second. The question is more so, can you hold that momentum? So the threat really comes through the 4-man. I mean, I've been harping on this already a little bit, but the one thing that I really want to highlight is that if this setup does what it's supposed to do on the French side, and they are going to start claiming bell towers at some point. And if you lose the momentum on the map by losing structures, then obviously the game is going to turn quickly against you. And that's the danger here. So it's mostly the mid game where the real threat is going to come through. Spain in the early game grabbed 2 altars, which is really important for them. But they are already falling slightly behind in experience because they were wrecked in that one big team fight that we had previously. And yeah, they still have 2 heroes on experience duty pretty much, as Malthael is attempting to get the XP for his own team. Okay, there's the zone out as they're going for their own camp. Nicely done. Masquerade sitting in the bush as he's supposed to, anchoring the play of his team, making sure that everybody else is not getting threatened. And they're trying to turn that around again, especially since Malthael is now moving in too. And that's a quick kill against Hanzo. Hanzo is down, and Malthael can then rotate back towards the middle and the top. And here comes Zarya. Yeah, feel the heat, baby. And it's definitely heating up, and now we're having the entire wall destroyed with pumpkins pushing through even more. And that's exactly what we've been talking about. The wave clear through Johanna is there. One of the reasons they didn't go for Garrosh. They can easily burn any kind of minion wave down that moves through the bot lane. And just look at what we are looking at 5 minutes into the game. Half HP, 50% on this particular bell tower. And there we go. This one is going to get grabbed. And if not, they're at least going to get an incredibly low. Obviously going to try to finish the job here. But yeah, they're not quite able to make it happen. But you can tell where this is going. The interrupt at the top, at least. One altar is channeled, and they're trying to grab this one. But the rest of the team is now moving up. All that Rayquaza has to do is interrupt it. And yeah, the doggy is already moving in. I don't think they can get a kill here, but that's going to be a trade. 1 for 1. Which is pretty much the norm when you're looking at this map. Now at the bottom there's at least a pumpkin camp now taken. But we are still looking at a setup where level 10 is going to hit a bit quicker for France. Which means that heroic abilities would allow to push harder on any lane. Could go for the bot lane if they don't hold it by then. Or just invade and maybe even go for a boss, depending on what kind of play they're going to try and make here. So there we have it. They're going to go for Meiji as the ghost out, which he does. Hanzo and Urel are both threatening, and there's the bell tower gone. Yep, that 4-man is a strong one. Oh ho ho ho! Bloodlust, baby! Rhaegar going straight in for Bloodlust for the aggression. Malthael, I mean, you probably could already deduce it from the build that he went for. No last rites for him, but instead the Tormented Souls. And yeah, they're controlling the bot lane now. Heavily at that end, I might add. Top side, Malthael still making everything happen, as Greymane at least goes for the camp, so that is going to push that out. But at the bottom of the map, they're already looking for aggression. They can rotate around, they can wait for the pumpkins to come in. And the next objective is obviously going to spawn soon too. Level 10 ability is at least ready for Spain, so that allows them to fight back here, especially with Hanzo's arrow if they set something nice up for themselves. But there's the double altar, and that's a problem, because the one at the bottom you can pretty much forget. If you don't hold on to your own bell tower bot side, then you can't get there. I mean, how do you get there? If you come in from the top, then you have no retreat path, and that's a huge problem. And the blue team is easily holding on to this one. So the bottom altar is an easy grab. The attempt to get back onto the bell tower, but already Johanna is taking down the minions, which means that the bell tower is starting to focus onto the heroes. And they are in trouble, and that's especially true for Mal'Ganis, already popping his ult. Same is true for... Oh, Bloodlust comes in! They might still get the Zarya kill, and they do, but she got the ult out. And there's the Hyperion. 1 kill, 2 kills. Do they get 3? No, they don't. But 2 kills is all they need. 1 for 2 trade right here. Oh, ha, ha, ha. And they get the 3rd one against Greymane. And now we have already 5 shots fired in just a second as Masquerade is going for the channel in the middle. We have the easy channel at the bottom coming through in just a moment, and then is going to put the core down to 22 points. Ah, Jimmy is on it. Jimmy is on it as we speak. Great setup from France. Strong performance so far in both maps. And particularly the setup that they have established with a strong 4-man on this map here. Masquerade still walks away, has the Iron Skin obviously up, can use that whenever need be, and they hold on to that bell tower. And the obvious risk is, or the obvious problem is, that now the pumpkins have an open corridor towards the core. Malthael is pushing it out as a 5-man of Spain is trying to recover the bell tower. Malthael now on the rotation. The talent advantage goes to the blue team though. France is a bit ahead. Masquerade comes in with a blessed shield. Urel is jumping in too as Malthael is joining the fun. And all of a sudden that fight is turning against Spain. Spain's in trouble. The camp is taken. So we're having more and more pumpkins coming through, and they are running low. 8 kills against 2, 9 minutes in, and I think a few of those will definitely make it through. They might get a couple of kills on top of that as well. Combi is low. Pumpkins are coming in, and shots are going to be fired in just a second. Yeah, Mal'Ganis is moving through as we speak. They defended at least the first camp, but the second one is moving in and everybody is low. Everybody is low here. And there we go. 3 shots fired. Bada bing, bada boom. 17 against 28. It's tough. It's tough for them. Altar spawning again, this time in the middle. Also very difficult to access it for the red team. In particular because they do not have that level 13 talent, which gives the advantage to France. And they should be able to grab this one. Then again, to be fair, Spain will probably pick up level 13 just in time to set up a potential fight. But I don't really... well, can they make the rotation in time? It's a bit unlikely. And you can already tell that everything on the red team is just trying to make sure that they hold on to all their bell towers, that they control the objective as much as they can. They have nobody topside just now, but Malthel is making that slot, and here's another 5 shots fired. Ooh. And that's a kill against Hanzo. Hanzo's down. That one is on 12 points against 28. The aggression against Malthel, though, it's a 4-man literally trying to capture at least 1 bell tower. But that means that the bottom of the map can rotate into the middle and try to do the same thing there. Dequaza goes down. At least he's dead, but as predicted, mid lane. And here we go. Bloodlust quickly used, and that's the trade. Bell tower for bell tower. And this one is easier to recapture. So they still hold on to 5 bell towers against 3. And they have also soon level 16. And, hello? Okay. I was a little bit afraid of Greyman there for a moment. Now, the bell tower at the bot side has at least taken a bit of a beating. It's down to 50%. But the setup here is actually very, very strong from France. And it shows. It definitely shows. Group stage, obviously, is still first game for both teams. That would set France into the top spot in their group. And at the same time, Spain, even if they lose here, would be by no means eliminated from that group. Each and every group has 4 players or 4 teams in it. So that's important. Hanzo again attacked and nearly dropping there. Not quite eliminated. And at least France was able to get this one. Oh, it's a trap! Oh, that blessed shield was a bit optimistic. Masquerade missing out on it. 16 isn't there yet. That's the fight that Spain wants. This is the fight that Spain wants. They don't get a better fight than this. This is literally the best fight for them right now. Heroic abilities are not even ready for the French. This is a bad, bad move. But there comes the camp. That at least was taken. The kill against Zarya. Oh, they can't take it. They can't get the kill. And that's the one against Mal'Ganis. Guys, there's 3 altars on the map. Zarya at least goes down, but there's kill potential everywhere right now. Urel is moving down to the bottom. Over here, shots are being fired as the pumpkins are making it through. Urel likely going to fall. Well, if she's trying to interrupt there, then indeed she will. Oh, actually, might still fall because Urel comes in. 4 more shots fired. 5 points on the core. 2 more altars up. And it's a 4 versus 4 situation with level 16 talents now ready for them. And the blessed shield is going to be up in just a moment. Hanzo is down. There's another set of shots fired as Pumpkins made it through. And with this, we have only 2 shots left. And that means the double channel would definitely allow for that game to end right now. And a 2-0 victory for the French. They're going in again. They're trying to go for Urel. And the shots are fired. And this is game. The French with a clean 2-0 victory against Spain in the group stage. Well played. GG. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support and see you guys next time.